The cool thing about that is my sister and I, we would hear Dad's stories about all these global travels. We would see these pictures that he had taken all over the globe. And the cool thing was that all of those experiences happened because Dad had a dream to serve. That it was all because of his Peace Corps experience. And see, that's the example that I started out in life in. And folks, could you please, you were very kind to thank them before, but Mom and Dad, can you please stand up right now? Mom and Dad, you're famous. Woo! You see, that was the example I started out with. I was 17 years old. And of all the things Magic Johnson could have taught us, he said this. Magic Johnson taught me that a life well lived is a life spent giving back to those who have given so much to you. Magic Johnson said a life well lived is a life spent giving back to those who have given so much to you. And I said, man, that's a pretty good principle. I don't know if anybody remembers, American Idol. You know, the early days, she bangs, she bangs. I played William Hung on stages all over the world. So we were there at Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan, and then after the show during the Christmas season, we would bring Santa into the venue. And Santa would sit up at the front of the stage, and you could sit on Santa's lap, and we would take a picture of you. And because today's with digital photography and the technology, we'd take a picture, we'd get your email address, and then we'd send it home to your family in America. Because we wanted your family to know that Santa didn't forget you. So I saw a young sergeant, and she saw this unfolding, and she ran back to her tent. She comes with her laptop and she's Skyping with her little kids. I don't know, these kids are like 4 and 7 years old or something. And they're excited to talk to Mom on Christmas Eve. You know, if it's evening in Bagram, it's daytime here. Because if your mom or dad is at war, you don't get to talk to them every single day. So it's a fortunate happening when your kids get to Skype with you. So these kids, they're jumping up and down, and they're excited, and they're loving it, and then they're saying, Merry Christmas, Mom. And then Mom turns the laptop to show that she's sitting on Santa's lap. Right? And the kids go just nuts, right? Mom says to the kids, hey kids, I just gave Santa our address in America, and I'm sending him to you. Right? It's experiences like that, my friends. It's experiences like that. See, I got to look into that computer screen and I got to see pure joy for the first time. I hope that those are some of your experiences, because you have chosen to do the same service that many AmeriCorps members and Americans have stood up and said, I'm going to serve a year. I hope those experiences for you this year. Make sure when you go throughout this service year that you don't forget that those are the moments that 15 years later you're going to be telling. It might be from a stage or it might be from a kitchen table, but those are the stories that are going to make your life rich.